Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And let's go ahead and open up the phone lines on this Monday. Dominic Carter here with you. The number to reach me live during the course of this hour, 800-848-9222. Believe it or not, it took me a while to definitely get to this point. But there's no denying it. There's no getting around this. Democrat elected officials don't have a moral compass these days. And what's even scarier, people that support these officials, they stand by them, and it's like they don't see what's going on. This as the feds are abandoned, federal law enforcement officials, abandoned in Chicago by their brothers and sisters when they issued a call that they needed help. And now, of course, the police official in Chicago, no, not me. I didn't issue an order. I didn't issue a directive. It's in writing, sir, that the police were told to stand down and not back up their colleagues. And in Virginia, the politics are red hot in Virginia. Even lefty MSNBC host Joe Scarborough is calling for the Democrat nominee, Jay Jones, for Attorney General to stand down after vile texts have been leaked. And after you hear what this guy has said, Jay Jones, how could any Democrat accuse Republicans of dividing the country? He wanted to shoot the Republican Speaker of the House, not just the Speaker, but his two kids as well. 800-848-9222. I'm starting with this. Boy, it was interesting this morning. Normally, I don't do topics like this, but Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo from the Boogie Down Bronx, she's on the Today Show. Craig Melvin, you got to give him a little bit of credit. He had the nerve, and I know people that have represented J-Lo, PR people. I shouldn't have even said that much. And they have said to me that she is a handful. She is the worst of the worst of the worst to represent. And that's about J-Lo. And so Craig Melvin on the Today Show asked her about her recent divorce.
In the middle of this, filming this elaborate, beautiful musical, your divorce is also finalized with Ben. And,
there you go.
Well, but then I read that your ex is an executive producer on the film.
If it wasn't for Ben, the movie wouldn't have got made, and I will always give him that credit. Yeah, and things happen. You have to keep going. But it's funny, the movie is about escapism. Yeah. It's about how movies and art save us in the hardest times of our lives. And doing this project was such a dream come true for me that it really got me through to kind of survive a moment that was difficult in my personal life as well.
And that's J-Lo on the Today Show. Craig Melvin, I give him credit. He tried. But I'm told that J-Lo, from people that know her best, is a hot mess. 800-848-9222. We see all your calls coming in. We'll get to them momentarily. Let's talk. I'm still upset about what happened in Chicago this weekend. But let's talk Virginia for a second. Even Joe Scarborough on MSNBC says this guy's got to go. The Democrat nominee for Attorney General in Virginia, Jay Jones, his 2022 texts that he sent to the wrong person, 2022, have leaked out. And this dude has got problems, serious problems. Listen to Joe Scarborough this morning on MSNBC.
Coming up, an attorney general candidate in Virginia is apologizing for his texts about a state lawmaker. We'll go through what the messages said.
He should probably be forced to withdraw from the race, and probably is doing a lot there.
All right, Morning Joe will be right back.
And here's the bottom line. If he doesn't go, the entire Democratic ticket goes down. The ticket may be in deep trouble anyway. And so my big boss just walked by, Mrs. Margot Katsimatidis. And folks, I kid you not, her and her husband, they work harder, longer hours than anybody I know. So she just came by the studio and waved to say hello. Hello to you, Mrs. Katsimatidis. And then she took off going down the hallway. But this guy in 2022, he wants to be the top law enforcement official. That's what he wants to do, right? He wants to be the top law enforcement official. And this guy, something's warped about this dude. Mr. Jones, you need some psychological help, dude. He texted in 2022 that the then Republican speaker in Virginia, that he wanted to shoot him in the head twice, and then he wanted to kill his kids. Who in their right mind wants to do something like that over politics? And then you have the left say that it's the right that's calling for violence? Hogwash. Who in their right mind says, I'd rather shoot him in the head? I want to shoot him. I want to kill him. This dude needs some serious help. But it brings me back to my issue, my broader issue, and that is Democrats have no moral compass these days. If you just look at it and observe the situation, something is terribly wrong. If Democrats continue along the road where they're going, there won't be a Democratic Party in the future. How do you win? Hey, we're the party of criminals and migrants. And hey, we block federal agents. Keep hope alive. That's the message that's coming from Democrats these days. And it's not flying under any way. Well, what are you talking about, Dominic? Exhibit number A, Congresswoman Hate, Jasmine Crockett.
Stop falling for the okie doke. Stop believing the lies that they are putting out there and the terrible racist tropes that they are constantly using to rile people up. It is time to recognize that while you thought the enemy was the immigrant, or you thought the enemy was the trans person, or you thought that the enemy was the black folk, or you thought the enemy were the women, when the reality is that the only person that is harming you right now, if you are struggling to make sure that you can pay your bills, if you're struggling to feed your family, if you are struggling to find a job, if you are struggling to keep your business open, or if you are a farmer, while we currently have record level bankruptcies by farmers, it is not any of those people on the list. It is the old white Nepo baby that is sitting in the White House that is causing all the destruction, pain, and problems that you are enduring.
Congresswoman Haight, you got the nerve to talk about somebody? You're talking about President Trump. Who do you think you are? Don't get it twisted, young lady. Don't get it twisted here. You need to go back to Texas and find God. Frankly, you need something, because you're not a voice for the Democratic Party. You represent, Jasmine Crockett, everything that is wrong with Democrats. That's what you do, and your partner in crime. I can't wait till you start battling each other because you want to be the top hater in America. Your partner in crime, AOC. No, I'm not down with you, AOC. Nobody in their right mind is down with AOC. No moral compass. That's Democrats these days. Listen to Queen Bee. AOC
is that they are scrapping and grasping at straws because they have nothing else. Laugh at them. Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10", and he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10", and he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them. Yes, they are dangerous. Yes, we're here to be strong for one another. We need to expose the lies.
That's enough. Like a quick U-turn. You're done, AOC. Laugh at them. We laugh at you. You're the joke, AOC. You don't realize that? Yes, you're a pretty face, but the elevator doesn't go to the top floor, young lady. It really doesn't. That race in Virginia, this guy wants to be the top law enforcement in Virginia, officer in Virginia, and he's talking about shooting. This is a few years ago, talking about shooting the former speaker in the head and killing his kids. Who does that? Who does that? It has upended the race so much in Virginia. Now you've got the top Democrat running for governor, talking about, I'm distancing myself, And this guy, he thinks an apology is enough. President Trump has called on him to get out of the race. You've got to go. You got to go, buddy. You need some serious psychotherapy. It's so bad in Virginia right now for the Democrats with this race that the Republican nominee for governor, Winsome Earl Sears, has released a commercial all on this guy's text. And here's what she had to say about this terrible situation.
Try to name a Democrat leader who hasn't called the president Hitler. Try to name one who hasn't said Republicans and our policies are an existential threat to democracy. No, I am not saying Democrat leaders are committing violence, although Jay Jones fantasizes about murdering Republican children.
Who does that? Who fantasizes about shooting a former speaker and killing his kids? Dude, Jay Jones, forget state attorney general in Virginia. You need some help. Let's start with your telephone calls here. Let's begin with Tyrone. Line 4, Tyrone, what's on your mind?
Yeah, quick question. I just keep hearing, like, all of the hosts. I keep saying that the Democrats...
Don't do that, Tyrone. If you want to take issue with me, don't combine me with any other host. I'm not responsible for what anybody else does. Go ahead, please.
You. All right. Now, where is the evidence or what facts?
It's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. Stop saying y'all, please. Don't compare me to another host. If you want to take issue with something I say, I'm fair game. I'm not responsible for what somebody else says.
We got over that part already. Didn't we get over that part?
You just said y'all. Did you or did you not? That implies plural. That implies more than one. Yes or no?
I said to you.
Now you want to argue. You want to argue with me. Frankly, Tyrone, you're not that important to take that much time. So get to your point, please, and quickly.
Let me answer my question.
I don't know what your question is. You won't ask it. You want to play games.
You get your fact or information that the Democrats are the one that shut down the government based off of the fact that you said yourself.
Okay, I got it, Tyrone. How long you been on the plantation? How long you plan on staying on the plantation? Answer my question, then I'll answer yours. The Democrat plantation. Don't you see they're taking you for an outright fool and you're doing their dirty work? You don't see it.
Oh, because I'm not a Democrat.
Okay,
how are they taking me for a fool?
Okay, well, you're carrying their water right now. And you asked for the evidence, correct? So here's the evidence. The Democrats, under the Republicans submitted a clean bill, not attached to anything else, no poison pills, and the Democrats still had a problem with it. And it's attached to the migrants, to the illegals, because they would still be able to go to emergency rooms, which would be their primary medical care. And guess who's paying for it? You and I. And Republicans are saying absolutely not. And Democrats are trying to run and hide from their position. Quickly, Tyrone, I got to go to a break. Go ahead.
Or proof that I can look that up, what you just said.
Yes, you can look. Yes, you can look it up. Listen, Tyrone, do me a favor, please. I wish you all luck in the world. Get off the plantation, man. Get off the plantation because they are screwing you up. I know, Tyrone, it's the white man's fault. It's everybody's fault for why your life is not where you want it to be. I get it. Let go of the crutches. Tell the Democrats where they can go. Try being a Republican. It's refreshing. Independence. Time for a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
You folks think I'm joking. I'm not joking. Democrats have no moral compass. What are you talking about? Governor Pritzker in Illinois, he declares that ICE are thugs. This is what he's doing. ICE are thugs, and that ICE is making America less safe. I didn't hear him say peep with the illegals, with the migrants. And by the way, Governor, in your state, in your city, of Chicago, police budgets being cut, education systems being cut. Why? Because you gave away the store to the migrants. Then we switched to Virginia. Hey, Jay Jones running for the Attorney General on the Democratic side. You need Dr. Phil. You need Dr. Laura. You need Bellevue. You need Rockland Psychiatric. Forget Attorney General. You're talking about you wanted to assassinate. You wanted to shoot the Republican speaker and his kids? What is wrong with you? And this is the world that we live in, folks. No moral compass from the left. Let's continue with your calls. Line 5, Joe, New Jersey. What's on your mind, Joe?
How you doing, Dominic? Thanks for taking my call. I think I am off the Curtis train, and I'm going to tell you why, for 2 reasons. One is his campaign is horrible. Okay, I was waiting for 2 things. The Willie Horton type ad, where we frighten everybody with the truth that how our city is going to change with the Scarface music. Just get to the heart of it.
Joe, that's not going to work in a city of predominantly people of color. That's not going to work. They don't believe that. They don't subscribe to that.
Speaking of people with color, why isn't Curtis telling the people of color that you are now going to be second to the immigrants, which was the message that Trump showed how blacks were going to be shortchanged because immigrants come first in the eyes of people like Mamdani.
Okay, so Joe, so you're saying you're not supporting Mr. Sliwa. That's your point?
Well, because his campaign is horrible. I haven't seen either of these things.
Okay, have you seen Mamdani? Have you seen Cuomo? Cuomo looked like he lost his best friend. Cuomo, and I know him quite well, he's checked out of this campaign. He's just going through the motions right now. What about the others?
Exactly. And you know something? Well, I'm only saying this because I'm a Republican. I actually, like I said, I had hope that Curtis...
Joe,
some miracle.
Joe, there was not going to be a miracle. I'm sorry, man, and I'm tired of saying the same thing over and over. If you thought, let's take Mr. Sliwa out of it. If you thought any Republican candidate had a chance, then I want some of what you're smoking. That's what I want to do. If you honestly believe that any Republican, outside of John Catsimatidis, if you thought any Republican had an opportunity, had a shot in this race of mayor, pass the Dungy to the left side. Pass some to me, buddy, because that's where your head is if you really thought Mr. Sliwa or any other Republican had a shot. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And it's true. Be careful what you wish for in Chicago. We wanted the mayor gone, Lori Lightfoot. We wanted her gone. Bring back Lori Lightfoot. Brandon Johnson and Governor Pritzker holding a news conference as we're speaking to declare that ICE are thugs and that Trump is making Chicago and Illinois unsafe. Well, and I'm going to say this, folks, directed at my community for a second, to the black community. Folks, wake up. Wake up. Does Pritzker and Brandon Johnson, do they hold news conference when 70 of us are killed in one weekend? Absolutely not. They don't care. But they're holding a news conference now because Trump is trying to keep you alive. Do the math. Add up. Trump wants to keep you alive, wants you to have an opportunity at life. The Democrats, Pritzker and his homeboy Brandon Johnson, they're trying to block Trump from coming in. Why don't they hold these news conferences when 70 people die or shot in one weekend? And it happens all the time in Chicago. They don't say peep. I'm looking at my Twitter at my ex, the lovely Debbie Lebedo. Debbie, I miss some of that good food, but I'm not supposed to say that because Liz in Florida will start. And by the way, she's got me eating some candy bar. It's good. And then she said, but you can't eat the candy bar every day. I'm like, oh. And so she's got me on some special chips. And it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Anyway, so Debbie, I'm thinking about your food right about now. And Debbie says here, regarding Jasmine Crockett, she says, Jasmine Crockett is right. We shouldn't listen to anyone's rhetoric, which comes from the left and her. She goes on to say, I think her wig is too tight and her eyelash glue is affecting her mental state. So, Debbie, and to all the ladies out there, you know us men, we think that that you wake up looking good. You got to wear eyelash glue? Did you know that, Carlos? I didn't know that. Really? So how do you keep that? Isn't it heavy on your eyes when you wear eyelashes?
Depends on like how long they are. Like,
right. I'm not going to ask you how you know. I'm not going to ask how you know.
Usually.
You know, I dressed up in drag a couple of times, just like Mayor Giuliani. You know, whatever floats your boat, right? Anyway, let's get to the race for New York City mayor.
And now, with decades of experience covering elections, here's Dominic Carter's Daily Briefing on the New York City mayor's race.
I'm coming to Brandon Johnson in Chicago again, but let's divert for a second to here in New York. The mayor leaving exactly a week after he said that he was not running for re-election. Mayor Adams is in Albania on a business trip there. We'll see what happens. And as far as Mamdani, read the tea leaves, folks. I'm just telling you what's going on in my mind. Cuomo has quit mentally. He's done. You could put a fork in him. Sliwa wants it. Sliwa has no chance. And Mamdani, I hate to say it, he's the mayor right now. If he doesn't have the official power, but look at the entourage that's around him everywhere he goes. Look at all the police officers assigned to protect him, which is disgusting, to drive for him, to treat him like he's somebody. This, as a picture is surfaced, we mentioned this last night, maybe you saw page one of the Post today, he's with a Ugandan official, a woman, who wants to put gay people in jail for life. And there's Mamdani. They're smiling ear to ear. He's all things to all people, a complete phony. Republican consultant Scott Jennings had this to say as it relates to Mamdani.
Speaking of plots in New York City, front-running mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani, the socialist, says he will phase out New York City's gifted and talented program in the public schools. The children of the oppressors shall not be nurtured, comrades. The socialist's dream, all kids forced into the lowest common denominator. No talent is respected, only enforced mediocrity in the name of equity. I guess if there is a silver lining to any of this, it's that real estate agents in other states will benefit from this announcement.
So that is that's Scott Jennings, and I've had a few real estate agents saying to me they're worried about their business here in New York because people are going to leave. So they may get commissions in terms of representing them to sell the properties, but it's not going to be a good market. Once Mamdani takes office, and by all accounts, he's already the mayor. He's treated like a rock star. This guy, I don't think he can add up three. I don't care, 1, 2, 3. I don't care what private schools he went to. Mommy and daddy gave him the best that money can buy. But and then don't forget, he checked that he was black when he applied to Columbia University and still didn't get in. Mamdani. So the mayor of Chicago, boy, you have some residents there. They want to eat the mayor alive.
Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that, on illegals. Tom Homan, make an example out this right here first. Please come here first. Because you know what? We're going to help you. We want a forensic
Ma'am, I would ask that you keep your... Hold on a second. Stop her time. Stop her time.
And ma'am, I want to ask you, that was Mayor Johnson himself. Where did they get this guy from? Let's go back to your telephone calls. Line 3, Sandra in New Jersey. Sandra, what's on your mind?
Oh, good afternoon, Dominic. I'm shocked about Brandon Johnson, how, he's trying to get the police not to help other enforcement officers. I mean, to me, they're like brothers and sisters. You don't do that. You don't encourage police officers not to help other officers who are in danger. I was shocked when I heard that, Dominic, really. And I'm almost surprised that the police people go along with that. Don't they try to fight it? Say this is crazy?
But Sandra, if they fight it, the mayor's going to pick one or two. First of all, let's backtrack. What he's doing is wicked, right? So his fingerprints are not on it. Of course not. So if something goes down, you can't say it's him. He orders the chief of police or the chief of patrol to carry it out. And today, the chief of patrol is out there going, humna. I didn't order anything. Sir, it's documented in writing. It's documented on the radio calls. Yes, you did. So Brandon Johnson, the guy has no backbone. Him and Pritzker are ordering this, and they're going to get away with it. But the police, they can't, Sandra, unless the union says we're going to stand up to them, because they'll make examples out of these officers and ruin their careers. You have the final word before I move on.
Well, it's just sad that they don't have. No, I understand they don't want to lose their jobs. I get it, but it's so sad that we're all strapped. We're stuck in a rut, and we can't do better than we're doing. But there has to be a way. I don't know what the way is yet. I have to think about it, Dominic.
Well, I want you to think about it because you know what, Sandra? It's interesting that I know you can't see through the radio, but guess what tie I have on today?
Oh.
So thank you. Yes. And as soon as I walked in, I don't know what you got, a magic eye or something, Sandra. As soon as I walk in, everybody goes, "Oh, nice tie, a nice tie." I'm like, wait a minute, how do you know it's a nice tie? But everyone says that, so thank you very much. Hello to you and hubby, and I hope he's well. And thank you for the great call, Sandra. Let's see here. Let's go to line one, Eduardo in Tampa, Florida. What's on your mind, sir?
Dominic, I'm very proud of you. Your Chicago radar was tuned on because I was listening to the police scanner this morning. You're right. They're going to lose their job. But one of the police officers I listened to this morning says, do not answer the call. You just go there with your coworkers and help out. It's pretty ridiculous. I used to live in that neighborhood. The name of that neighborhood is Brighton Park. It's 39th and Kedzie where it happened. It's gang infested. It's ridiculous. And this is what's coming to you guys over there in next month's election, unfortunately, if the right decision is not made.
Right. And you know it's funny, if you Eduardo, if you look at Mamdani these days, it's like God has walked out. There are, and I can tell because I used to work with them, there are like 7 officers assigned to protect him at all times. Despite the fact that he hates the police, he doesn't have to drive anything. He gets into a police chauffeured SUV. And, of course, they're specially trained at driving. That's why they're driving. And this guy, he's already the mayor in waiting. And it's just like, and poor Eric Adams, but he's got nobody to blame but himself. He was the one that welcomed the migrants. And, he didn't call me. If he had called me, I would have said, Mayor, go out there with a baseball bat and turn the buses around. Oh, but my base is not going to like it. Well, where's your base now? Where's your base now, Mr. Mayor? As you're leaving office. Eduardo, thank you for the great call here. Let's see here. Let's go to Arthur, line 3, Long Island. Arthur, what's on your mind?
Yeah, hi, Dominic. I love your show.
Thank you.
The only thing is that you just said that Cuomo is really not even doing a campaign or
he's doing a campaign, but I know him, and I know when his heart is into it and when it's not. And he's checked out a long time ago. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then you only have Cuomo and Sliwa.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You can say that all you want to, Arthur. This race is over. I don't know why you folks keep wishing upon a star. A Republican is not going to be elected mayor of New York. What part are you not understanding?
What I'm not understanding is this. Cuomo has a lot of baggage.
We got that part.
And he has quite a bit.
Right.
All right? And in a debate between him and Mamdani, I don't think he's going to win anyway. So the point is that if we can get the numbers for Mamdani down to
You're
30
not
or
going.
less.
Listen, Arthur, you can slice this apple any way you want to. Mr. Sliwa is not going to be elected mayor of New York. I'm sorry to bring you that painful news. I wish it were different, but you really need to let this go. It's not going to happen.
Is Cuomo going to be the mayor of New York?
No, he's not. No, he's not, especially with his. Mamdani is already the mayor. He's already the mayor. That's the truth. We're 4 weeks out, and this guy, he knows it. All he has to do is go on cruise control, no mistakes, and then win, and then take the oath of office, and then wreck New York City. He's already acting as if he's the mayor, and he really is. Arthur, thank you for the wonderful call. Let's see here. Let's go to Lauren in New Jersey. Lauren, what's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. Well,
Hi, Lauren.
I think I speak for a lot of people when I say to you, thank you for always telling it like it is and being straight about everything and telling the facts and the truth. And yeah, it's very sad that a lot of people need major help, especially that, can I call him a man who actually tweeted what he wanted to do? Okay, that was just despicable and really terroristic, in my opinion.
Agreed. And you're talking about Virginia, the Attorney General candidate on the Democrat side.
That is correct. And if anyone on any side express something like that, they need to be addressed. Okay, so secondly, thank you for staying calm, because we don't want you to get too upset or worked up, because we want you to be totally healthy. Okay. And also, Dominic, how would the sheriff's department come into play? Because I understand they're our last line of defense. So what's your take on that?
It all depends on what the lead sheriff, what their perspective is. It all intertwines. If the governor of the state any governor has a strong control of their state, male or female, and you go against Pritzker or any other governor and you committed career suicide. And so it's going to be hard to get any sheriff, police, the poor police officers. If you dare buck what Pritzker and Johnson said, your career is over. Let's put it in a way, Lauren, that we all can understand. Let's say it's easy for you to work in the Bronx. They're going to reassign you to Staten Island. Let's say you need overtime to pay your daughter's tuition. You will get none. They will do everything in their power to force you to retire. That's what these officers are up against. Just like here in New York City, any location, you go against what the mayor wants or the chief law enforcement official. And always it's a mayor or a governor, and you got a problem. So when the mayor says stand down, but of course it doesn't come from him, it comes from an underling who's standing there today. Now, I didn't order that. Yes, you did, you liar. And so it's very hard to counter that and go against that. And these poor police officers, they want to respond for their brothers and sisters, and they were told to stand down. Lauren, thank you for the great call. Time for a break. We are coming right back.
It's Dominic Carter. The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network. And now, it's time for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation Final Thoughts.
And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation final thoughts of the day. I want to say happy birthday to Paul Clifford. Paul just reached out on Twitter, on X, and he says, Dominic, listening to you on my birthday. A good day so far. Good show as always. Thank you very much, Paul. I'm thinking about Debbie Lobato, what she put on Twitter about, I don't know, maybe that was the beginning of the end. I hate her politics, Jasmine Crockett, but I used to find her attractive, and now it's like, and it just looks like she's aged 100 years. I'm sorry, us men are such slobs, but it just seems like she's you know who does it for me? I'm gonna be honest with you folks. Nancy Mace of South Carolina. Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia. When I tell my friends that, they look at me and they say, something is wrong with you. This is what they really... I find Marjorie Taylor Greene to be extremely hot. You know who's not hot, though? Kamala. She's not hot. Kamala reminds me of the uncle at the picnic that you say, Uncle Joe, I have to take your drink. Give me your car keys. You've had a little too much, Uncle Joe. It's time for you to go take a nap. Kamala is still out there saying that the election was close.
And here's the other thing that is quite unprecedented. And it was the tightest, closest presidential election in the 21st century. He does not have a mandate. That is not a mandate. That is not a mandate.
Aunt Kamala, give me the keys. Go sit down over there and take a nap. Because right now, Aunt Kamala, you're being delusional. Have you folks seen the headline, President Trump messing with the Reverend Al Sharpton, saying that Sharpton should be removed for his lowly rated show on MSNBC? The president going on to say that no one would attend Sharpton's rallies, and that's why Sharpton would beg him all the time to attend, because that would be the only way that Sharpton could pull a crowd. So those two are going at each other. Politics, very, very interesting. Let's go to line 3. Ray in Putnam County. Ray, what's on your mind?
How are you, Dominic? So here's my take on Curtis accepting the detail. I think he's really coming to sense with the only way I'm going to get her to have an entourage drive me around is if I take it now, because it's never going to happen.
Wait. He declined the entourage. I don't see the point you're making. He deserves a lot of credit for doing that, Ray.
No, but he accepted it now, they're saying.
Okay, I don't know anything about Curtis accepting a police detail. I will look into it. I don't know where you're getting that from. Do you know where you heard that from?
I just heard it about an hour ago.
Okay.
It was on the news. Listen, maybe I heard wrong, but I'm 99% positive that he did accept it.
Okay, well, and if he did accept it, knowing Curtis very well, that means that there are serious threats on his life. I can't talk one way or the other. Is it true? It is true.
Yes, the New York Post posted it an hour ago, because it says there's a 24/7 security after credible threats, but the NYPD has no record of the threats yet.
Right. So Ray, turns out you're right. I'm wrong. But as I said, knowing Curtis very well, that's the last thing on earth that he wants. So if he's forced to take and it's good because I need him around to give me a hard time for the next 100 years. Because he's a real good man. And I just wish he had started in politics at a different time. I just wish that he had emerged as a Democrat, because it would have been an honor to see him take the oath of office, Ray. So I stand corrected. You're correct, and I'm wrong. Go ahead, Ray.
So the other thing is, I'm really believing you now about his chances and all that. But what nickname would he give himself? Because he gives everybody else a nickname.
Right, but see, that's part of the problem that got him in trouble. This is serious business. The only one that can do the nickname game is Trump and get away with it. That's the problem Mr. Sliwa has had, to be taken seriously as a candidate. And so I don't know what nickname, you said what nickname he would give himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, it's still a month to go, Ray. Prove me wrong. It doesn't mean that I'm right. It doesn't mean I'm right at all. I know I am, but prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Folks, all it takes is $11 a month. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation at T2T.org.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode, so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?